Everybody, glad you're here. I've got a hard surface kit bash complete tool set now in the hard surface toolbox, along with a powerful mirror modeling tool that I think is going to give you a big advantage. So if we come over here and just take a look at this, you hit the recycle button on, and you'll have to switch the gallery. So you've got the import gallery where you can import anything, any blend file, whether it be a collection or an object. Super cool feature. You come over here, hit the recycle button. This is going to give you a list of over 100 kit bash parts that you're going to be able to instantly import into your scene. That would be a pretty cool way for you snapping objects into your scene and up against other objects. All right, so let's go over how you can best use this and benefit from it. So one of those things we want to do, and I'll go ahead and just cut all this out for now. And once you've hit the recycle button, you've got a very large number of parts to go through, 112, and I left the ones that I made in there as well. So what you can do is you can drop in anything, add your mirror, and there's going to be a lot going on behind the scenes here. Just grab your object, you can change the axis and how it's projected with the mirror modifier, and then you can kind of bring that out however you wish. Now, a lot just happened. This thing just created an empty, it loaded the target for you into the mirror modifier, and it set the axis automatically to the Z. So if you're coming in with just, say, a plain cube, something like this, and you add the mirror modifier, it's going to be on the Z, and it doesn't matter where the empty is. You don't have to press Y, just for ease of use. And then you kind of jump in here and start modeling this thing out like this, or whatever specific thing you're doing. Then you're going to have the option to leave this alone. You don't have to mess with this. Some, like the organic object, or not organic, but whatever object you just start modeling, it's going to be fine. So let's go back over here and you see how nice and quick all this is. You can just grab this and add it back. Flip this back to the X, and I've got it ready to go. That was much quicker than just manually doing that, which is a big waste of time, really. Now, let's say you take one of those nice options in Blender, like the add a cube or add cylinder, whatever mesh primitive you pick, and you come in here and you want to draw this on your mirrored object. Just left click and hold, and see, I want to put this a little bit of a more central position, something like that. You can hold down Shift, Alt, and you can hold down Control as well, and you can snap this and strain it to certain areas, and then just let go of everything, and then you've got some geometry built. It's pretty cool. So now you can mirror this as well and slide that over. Now the cool thing is this empty is literally going to control everything because it's an add-on. It's supposed to do that. And so you've got some things going on in the background that are automatic. And there's a labeling system that's going to allow you to kind of just keep on adding parts and mirrors. Now, the cool thing is once you're actually done modeling, all you have to do is select your object, and there's a couple of features here. You can toggle it on and off if you wish. If something's slowing down the viewport, perhaps you've got a really dense model going. Now you can toggle that on and off. You can delete it, and that's fine. It's going to take the empty out and delete that as well. And if you want, you can apply it. Now, what just happened here? This reset the origin of every object. It separated every object for you. So now you have all these things you can texture individually, do whatever you want with them, and they all have their own respective origin points. And the way I wrote it, it's going to be setting the origin to geometry, which is pretty cool. Then you don't have a delete for that empty in case you wanted to actually mirror something else, right? And you still got a part in there that's mirrored. Then in that case, if you're done working with that particular one, you've got this separated. All you gotta do is select that object and go ahead and apply that one, and it's gonna set the origin point for each one and separate those loose parts. Now, if you happen to come over here, this modifier, and apply it here, that's going to be one object and the origin is going to be stuck here. And that's always that one thing you always have to deal with. It's just such a pain. So now when you got it like this, you just grab that object and apply it, and you're good to go. So there you go. These are all separated as loose parts, and that's going to be a much easier way to work for sure. Now there are a ton of other features in here. So real quick, just one of them, you got a bunch of bevel presets. This is going to just have a drop down right here by the modifier setup. And if you haven't picked up my old vintage modifier menu, go get it. I'll put a link in the description. It's pretty fun. You've got everything the way you would want it. You know, you can still hit spacebar over here. You can still click add modifier, which is a little more of an intuitive modifier menu because you can add a lot more to it. This one is just kind of blam. It's just a big pile of stuff, but I got used to it. You know, I like it. But anyways, you can come over here to this, add the 3ds bevel preset. Voila, there you go. Now this one as well, I want to add a 3ds bevel to that. And now that that bevel is on there, what I can do is I can close up the mirror ops, and then I will open up the bevel ops down here. And I've got a toggle for the bevel to turn it on and off as well. Now that is the single add. If you want to add it to everything in the scene at one time, you can click the plus button right here and it will add it. Now these have already been remeshed, these other objects here, so they probably won't look too good with one on there, but you can add it anyways, and it will add a bevel to everything. And then you can remove the bevel. It'll loop through every object in the scene and remove it. But I just want there to be one on these two pieces. And so then I can begin to change the bevel on those two objects as I see fit, whatever I want. I can change the segment count. And if you slam this all the way to the left, you'll get the smallest bevel possible and it won't hurt anything. So just shade these auto smooth. And actually that's my cavity, I think, doing that. So anyways, there you go. That is one way to do it. And like I said, you can toggle those on and off. You can throw a weighted normal if that makes sense to you. There's a bunch of mirror modifying tools here, but that's default closed, like I said, so you don't have the confusion with any of that stuff. Also, I've got Discord help if you want. You can click this button right here. This is going to give you the carver tool, so you can press Control-Shift-X, and then you can begin cutting in booleans. You can cut in slices. You do actually have to have the object you want to work with selected or it won't work. And then you can start doing some really cool things. That is an internal add-on inside of Blender. So you literally have a full hard surface kit bash, modeling, everything kit kind of built in. You've got some cool bevel tools that'll give you a lot of functionality. You can jump into vertex, edge, face really quick, and then jump back into object mode. And just for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to click the gallery switch. I'll come to this folder, go to my downloads, and just hit accept. We got a bunch of blend files in there. Now it's going to load each one of those up, and depending on what I have selected, whether it be objects or collection, I can then load that gallery. So let's see, demo packages, blah, 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 variable drills, hard surface kit. I guess I can just pull that one up since I've got that. And I guess I didn't have to load that. I could have made it downloadable, but I didn't want anybody to have to fool with anything. So I put that download kit in there. And these don't have the icons attached to them, but you'll still be able to bring them in unless they're in a collection. Let's see. Let's have to reload that. Yeah, so those are in a collection. So you'll have different things you can bring in, and you'll know because you just won't be able to bring it in otherwise. So there you go. There's an entire collection of parts, and I can make that blend file available too. So when you do download this, if you prefer to do it this way and not be in the other gallery switch, which I don't know why you would do that, because the gallery is like really easy and it doesn't bog down your scene, but I'll still make it downloadable so you guys can have that. So that way you can slide through. I just feel like this is just so much more convenient, you know, and it's all labeled. I made individual icons for all of it. So I made all those icons, and then you can just bring all those in. If you switch back over, that collection, all that stuff is still going to be there. So kit 1, kit 2, there's a bonus kit 3. So a lot of really cool things, a lot of cool parts. Anyways, go ahead and grab this add-on. It'll be on Blender Market. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe for more. And if you do get the add-on, make sure to give it a good rating. And I really appreciate it.